Delaware News, traffic, weather on the 5s. It is 8:46 Horizon Services time. It's still a couple of weeks off, but First State Robotics will be holding its first STEM Expo. We'll be talking with STEM Expo coordinator John Larock about First State Robotics and robots and all that kind of cool stuff. It's coming up in 3 minutes. It is 8:50. Welcome back. I'm Phil Feliciangeli. First State Robotics will be holding its first Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math Expo. That's a STEM Expo. Cab Calloway School in Wilmington. That's coming up on March 7th. And here to talk about First State Robotics and the Expo itself, STEM Expo coordinator John Larock. John, good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. My pleasure.
First, talk a bit about First State Robotics. What is this? What's this organization? What's it?
Sure, absolutely. First State Robotics is an educational nonprofit in Delaware, and our mission is to motivate and inspire youth to pursue STEM careers. And we do this by connecting them with hands-on learning programs in the Delaware area.
And putting them into robots and have them build robots and do things robotically?
Absolutely. It's a lot of fun, and the whole point is to inspire. So these programs are actually connected with a larger nonprofit called First for Inspiration and Recognition of Science and Technology, and that program has sub-programs in each of the, from elementary school all the way up through high school, Junior First Lego League, First Lego League, First Tech Challenge, and the first robotics competition. So there's partnerships with Lego in middle school, which kids are familiar with Legos. So hopefully it's a way to get them connected and not be scared about technology.
And these are kind of cool things. I guess back when I was in school, when you did science and technology and things of that nature, it was more lecture-oriented. Maybe you had some experiments. But with this, there's a lot more hands-on, and that gets kids a bit more engaged and seeing how real-life applications are put into practice.
Absolutely. In fact, all the way up through the elementary school programs is starting to get them to think about challenges and having them do research, whereas the middle school programs have them start programming robots and not be scared about that. And they build confidence over all of these programs, eventually getting up to the uppermost high school program where they're welding and using industrial equipment that engineers use every day.
And obviously this is getting kids not only interested in all this, but obviously it's innovation and kind of strengthening the country, getting kids ready for the workforce, and I guess new and exciting things when they reach their adult years.
Absolutely. In fact, the population of engineers and STEM-related students, career-minded students that come out of these programs, they can have up to access to up to over $20 million worth of scholarships in these programs. So universities want them, and then companies also give these types of students internships and eventually hire them full-time.
I guess John Larock is the STEM Expo coordinator. The First State Robotics will be holding a STEM Expo March 7th at the Cab Calloway School in Wilmington. What will be happening at this Expo, John?
Sure. This is a free-to-the-public event, and we want to celebrate STEM programs in our area. We want to connect families and students and volunteers with these programs. All the programs I mentioned through First State Robotics will be represented there. In addition to other local programs, we have through the University of Delaware, the Engineers Without Borders, the Formula SAE team. They're going to bring a car they've built. We have support from Delaware Bio, and who's been supporting this event. And we have companies that are coming in too. ILC Dover will be bringing a spacesuit. We have a group Sovereign Air, which will have 3D printers operating at the event, in addition to the groups like the Delaware Museum of Natural History and the Delaware STEM Council.
And there'll be, demonstrations as well?
Yeah, demonstrations. We'll have demonstrations of these programs. We'll have ways that the public can connect to these programs and get their children connected to the ones that are open to students. And also we're going to be holding a screening of, really the only Delaware screening of a movie called Slingshot. And this movie is connected with inventor and entrepreneur Dean Kamen. Now, he's mostly known for the Segway human transporter, but he's really a medical inventor. He got a lot of money through medical inventions, but he's one of our most prolific inventors in the country. And this is about him and invention and innovation and why it's important to solve some of our world problems. In fact, one of the problems he's been trying to solve for the past decade or so is to solve the global water shortage. So half of all the people in hospital beds around the world are there due to lack of clean water. And so how do you get, and water is becoming such more and more of a really super important resource for all of us. And his inventions are trying to solve that problem. And this is a story about him, why he got involved in being an inventor and an entrepreneur, and how he's trying to solve this problem.
First Aid Robotics holding their first ever Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math Expo. It is March 7th, Cab Calloway School in Wilmington from 1 to 6 p.m. Our guest, STEM Expo Coordinator John Larock. John, we do thank you. Good luck with the Expo.
Thanks very much. And if I can say one more thing,
sure.
If you're interested, www.moe365.org/slingshot.